We're excited to announce that cabinet positions will be opening up soon in January of 2021. It's a really fun team. We'll have representatives talk about that later. But our cabinet team works on important projects and initiatives for our region. It's a great opportunity to gain new leadership skills, work on a team, and truly make a difference in our organization, in our community. I would say the most unique thing about being on cabinet is that you have ownership in the over your own projects too as well. So you definitely have that creative control to pursue your passions in whatever area you want to pursue. So the areas that we're looking for leaders who want to join in are the community outreach team. That team is focused on building relationships with organizations and alumni here in the Northwest. Finance and sponsorship team focused on creating financial opportunities for our region. We also have the social media and webmaster, which is focused on driving our social media strategies and updating our website. And last but not least, we also have our graphic designers too as well, that focus on creating graphics for our region. So, and also, now last but not least, our civic engagement team, which is focused on providing education and opportunities for our region's constituents to stay civically engaged. It's a really blast. It's a big blast, fun blast to work on the team. So I highly recommend y'all come through. Again, applications will be opening in January. But before we turn away, I would just like to invite some of our 2020 cabinet team members to talk about their experiences on cabinet too as well. So with that being said, please welcome Kevin Lay and Selena Din.
All right, hello. Can everyone hear me? Okay, great. Before we get started, Selena and I just had one question. All right, you ready, Selena?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Whose house?
Whose house?
All right, hopefully you know people.
Dog's house.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So just as a quick intro, my name is Kevin Lee. I am the current graphic designer on cabinet for Northwest VSA. And also before I begin, I would also love to give a big shout out to my wonderful Banh Mi family. I freaking love everyone to death in that family. So yeah. Just as a quick intro, what do I do? As a graphic designer, I do a lot of the behind the scene work for Northwest VSA. Of course, I do graphics, hence the name graphic designer. So a lot of things that you see get posted on Northwest VSA social media, that would be my work. Along with that, I also do a few personal projects, a few personal endeavors that you guys will hopefully see soon. But along with that, I also have a few projects that I've been working on and have worked on in the past with some of the board members. So in terms of what cabinet is like, I think I would describe it as a rewarding experience. Personally, for me, going into cabinet, I wasn't necessarily, obviously not like the master of graphic design. I'm by no means a professional graphic designer, but it's something that I was particularly passionate about, and it's something that I wanted to pursue. And so in doing so, I've learned a lot from the experience, and I had an outlet that allowed me to be as creative as I wanted and to showcase my passion, especially for this wonderful region. Also, alongside with that, I just wanted to say, being on cabinet, you work with a bunch of wonderful people. I just want to give a big shout out to this wonderful board, and especially my wonderful team. I'm on the media team, and I'm gonna give a big shout out to Leah and a big shout out to Amy. They're very supportive, and the whole entire team is very supportive in general. If you have a lot going on, etc., just keep a clear line of communication, and they'll always be there to support you. Last but not least, I just want to say for any potential candidates, this role is entirely up to you. And what I mean by that, what you do with the role is like essentially up to you, and you get what you put out. So that's something that's very important. Although you are always in a clear line of communication with the team, I would say it kind of has like an independent factor where a lot of the stuff that you're going to produce is entirely up to what you can come up with. So that's it on my end. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Selena.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Selena. I use she, her pronouns. and I'm one of your current co-community outreach coordinators alongside my wonderful partner, Tina Nguyen, who's also part of registration staff for this summit. So a little bit about what I do for being community outreach coordinator is essentially the role itself focuses on like creating and fostering community relations with the external community. So in that sense, my job entails me to kind of like reach out to the organizations within our community and seeing how we can foster this kind of like mutual relationship in regards to how we can like help them and how they can help us and all that. So like kind of what Kevin said about how like the role itself is really like all about how you make of it. So coming into this role, it was definitely a very new role. So I sat down with Brian and Tina, who is part of my direct committee within the cabinet, and we pretty much set the vision for how we want the role to look like, how we want our relationships to look like, especially given COVID-19. This role has been very effective at COVID-19 so far. Definitely kind of limited how we want to outreach to like communities and like organizations, et cetera. So within that regards, things I worked on, I'm not sure if y'all seen, but I did the Northwest VSA Spotlight, where I worked with some businesses and like highlight their businesses on our Northwest VSA Instagram and just Instagram. And then I've had the opportunities to like outreach to different businesses or different organizations and talk to them to see and like hopefully start like partnerships with them. There's been several other things that I wanted to do, such as like have like something similar to what VSA UW wanted to do, like Dare to Donate, etc. But I haven't had the chance to do that yet. And just some other personal things. For example, I helped Christy and Maddie and Anna with their allyship task force. That was definitely very, very fulfilling to do. But yeah, so I think this role, like definitely overall cabinet, again, like what Kevin said, is definitely what you make of it. I came into the role, honestly, I just had that passion to connect to the community and to connect businesses and see how we can utilize our platforms to help all these like businesses and whatnot. But besides that, I was so lost. I'm like, oh my God, how do I start outreach? How do I connect to businesses? Oh my God, I can't talk to people. And I had all these worries and all that. But thankfully, this cabinet team and like e-board overall is definitely very, very supportive. Brian literally sat me down with like, girl, you got this. Like, don't worry, don't trip. And so that definitely really helped me. And like e-board cabinet, they helped me in not just like within cabinet itself, but also my role as president for VSA UW as well. So I think one thing about this overall, to say the least, is that definitely a very fulfilling experience, a very like, just to see your results at the end is just very like heartwarming and satisfying. I think one difference about being part of cabinet and whatnot is that like, I feel like everything you do is very tangible. Like you can actually create tangible products, which is very different from like your high school experience and whatnot. But yeah, love my team. Shout out to all of y'all. Also shout out to Soy Fam. And and again, overall, I just really encourage everyone who wants to have that like external leadership role and whatnot, definitely put yourself out of your comfort zone and go for it.
For all your kind words. Oh my gosh, I'm like blushing over here as I hear y'all talking about your cabinet positions. Oh my gosh. Okay,